All right, we're back. How are we doing, everybody? All right, we've got two more sessions here before we wrap things up. Really excited to bring to you some exciting work that's happening around performance. And so we've talked already about some of the new capabilities, how this is all coming together with GraphQL, and really some of the developer tools and improvements. But ultimately, we need to be in a position where we are not only building but optimizing and looking at these key considerations. So really excited for Jay and Alyssa to be joining us from our product management and marketing group. And so with that, let me turn it over to them.
Thank you, Eric. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jay Chaudhary, and I provide product marketing support for Adobe Commerce and Cloud. Joining us, we have Lisa Espiritu, also in product marketing. Our session today is Take Control, Complete Visibility into the Health and Quality of your Commerce Platform. And we do this by using tools that ensure reliability, availability, and security. So let's get started. To serve your customer well, maintaining a well-performing commerce platform is key. Today's applications are complex and distributed, and with many parameters that determine their health. System needs to be observable, that is, they need to expose critical insight into their operation. These parameters need to be monitored to identify issues before they cause disruption. Today, we will go over the insight provided by Adobe Commerce and the comprehensive monitoring tools available to ensure the reliability, the quality, and the security of the platform. To that end, here are the tools we'll cover in today's session. We have observation for Adobe Commerce, Manage Alerts, Quality Patch Tool, Security Scan Tool, and site-wide analysis tool. So the first up is that we have observation for Adobe Commerce. But before I get into that, let's talk a little bit about the challenges with log data. Today's cloud infrastructure involves increasingly complex interdependent systems and applications. It's making it harder to accurately pinpoint problems. Looking for specific log data is like trying to find a needle in the haystack. The challenge is to find and fix issues fast and uncover them, and to drill them down further and investigate deeper into the root cause. Applications do not consist of a single server. Instead, there are several layers of architecture and different roles for the servers. There is app server, there's backend, there's storage and database servers, and so on. And these spew out monitored data. So this immense amount of data coming in makes it extremely difficult to manage and operate with any level of confidence. In a multi-layered cloud architecture, the sources of log data are distributed, and lack of a holistic dashboard view makes it time consuming to understand the pattern and the underlying issues. It is complicated to see and understand every one of those connections in your environment. When you see log data in isolation, you don't have the context. To collect data from any source and extend visibility, you need to see the contextual relationship within the complexity of data. And then there is this never ending bag of metrics that you must shift through to find answers. As application and infrastructure expand, the amount of log data increases exponentially. For example, you need to identify site risks such as denial of service attack or disruption to the network services. And to make sense of all of these, you need an all-in-one tool that allows you to collect data from a variety of services so that you can instrument and monitor your application. Adobe Commerce on Cloud relies on a New Relic platform for its performance and monitoring the application and the underlying cloud services. And while New Relic services serves the need for our merchants and partners hosting commerce on Adobe's cloud, there are a few domain-specific tools that we have created to take advantage of the platform. So, what is this Adobe Commerce tool? As you know, Adobe Commerce is a complex solution comprised of several services, core and third-party software, infrastructure, and lots of data. When issue When issues arise, it can be a daunting adventure to understand where it's rooted and how to fix it. Observation for Adobe Commerce is the intersection with the New Relic platform. The data consists of two things. One, collected data from a New Relic platform itself, and two, Adobe Commerce data. Within the data set, there are important signals that we can capture and present them visually against a common timeline. You can contract or expand a timeline depending on how closely you want to zoom in into the minute details or to zoom out to get a more holistic picture. You can also compare information so you can see what happened before your site had an issue or to see what is causing the diminished performance. So, so now you can see lots of things in comparison to each other and then also see it in a relevant context. At its core, observation is a custom application, a New Relic nerdlet, which is itself built with New Relic 1 programmable interface and is intended to give a clearer view of some of the problems experienced by sites to help you auto-resolve them. So, knowing what to look for and where to look for is one thing. Finding it among millions of log messages is a problem, and having to shift through them takes time. Running scripts and commands to gather information and parse log also takes time. And there can be a lot of steps that have to be done again and again across different entities in the data set. So the tool then removes all the challenges of data gathering and parsing of the information. The tool is continually looking at site outages to ensure that it detects the signals that caused the outage. If the root cause is not detected, a deeper dive enables new signals to be added to the tool as they are discovered. The goal here is to get the tribal knowledge out of the minds of the people and into the tool. So you can then understand it. You can then understand how the site is performing and how to optimize it. So let's talk about how it saves time and how it can enhance customer satisfaction. Using observation for Adobe Commerce, you can leverage a log data to enhance customer satisfaction while saving time when responding to customer issues. Instead of tracking diverse data, you can correlate performance events and errors and gain deep insight into the causes. The tool can provide before and after scenario, and you can experiment with your data by running what if queries. Understanding the cause of what happened before by going back weeks, even months. You can then fine tune your environment to provide your customer a more pleasanter shopping experience. You can also save time by discovering the problems. You can see your user stats, error stats, the alert threshold so that you can address any problems before they impact the business. So with a single stack view, infrastructure, application, services, you can drive more efficiency in how your site is performing. So we get data from different sources for observation. We get MySQL, we get Elasticsearch, Redis, cron, security, and so on. And you can see the current list in the box. For example, in the cron observation, you'll see things like transaction duration, database calls, table updates, data store operation. For another example, for security, you'll see things like API calls by IP addresses, forgotten passwords, new account creation. So, and finally, the tool is available to users hosting on cloud, and you can access it by logging into the New Relic portal and look for the observation tool under the app menu. Once you find it, you can select it, and observation tool will be available for your use. Next, I want to discuss Manage Alert. But before we get into that proper, let's also look at some of the problems around logging. People buy experience, not products. Shoppers value personal experience and the convenience of online ordering. A poorly performing store impacts the shopping experience and has direct consequence on the bottom line. And it can happen in numerous ways. inability to predict downtime early enough, don't have the right skills to manage their data, want to reduce the operation complexity, trying to figure out how best to try to figure out the specific resource improvement. So those are some of the issues that are faced that Manus Alert is trying to solve. So, like the observation tool we talked about, Manus Alert is also built on the New Relic platform for logging and monitoring our Adobe Commerce on cloud. It monitors around 200 metrics to proactively track performance of the platform. These Manus Alerts help monitor performance on Adobe sites. When triggered, we provide specific instruction on what to do, how to troubleshoot the specific alerts, and any follow-up that they may need to do before contacting support. This is a huge benefit when customers owning their sites and its performance, but do not have the training to manage their sites, alerts, or issues. To sum it up, the Adobe Managed Alert highlights areas that help site performance for our merchants, which are self-managed. The goal is to avoid critical downtime, for example, before running out of CPU cycles or before running out of memory. So here are the various metrics we monitor and send alerts on. There are 8 New Relics alert in 2 different categories: CPU, Application Performance Index or AppDex, disk, memory, Redis, and MariaDB. And there are 2 different thresholds: warning and critical. So the Adobe advantage here, setup is easy and can be completed in as little as 5 minutes. Uh, After you do that, you'll have received notification on multiple channels to monitor the status of your store. Choose from email, Slack, or PagerDuties to get your notification. When you set up notification channel on New Relic, any updates or any new alerts Adobe adds, your channel will automatically get them. So to conclude, it can be a challenge to respond to issues that when you do not have the skilled resources. But with access to managed alerts, you have the critical resolution steps to effectively address a given issue. Along with the notification, we include specific instruction via knowledge-based articles to resolve that cause for the alerts. So we've identified what to manage and when, so you don't have to figure it out. Log in to your New Relic account for your cloud project and configure the notification. You can learn more on DevDoc section of our adobe.com. And with that, I would like to pass it on to my colleague Lisa to take on to the next set of things to talk about.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Jay. So, hi, everyone. As Jay said, I'm Alyssa Spiritu. I'm also Product Marketing Manager for Adobe Commerce. And the first tool that I'll be speaking to is the Quality Patches tool. Okay. And the Quality Patches tool is a command line tool that delivers quality patches specific for your Adobe Commerce and Magento open source installation. The patches in this repository are provided by Adobe Commerce support and the Magento open source community and are constantly being updated. So what does it do? Like I said, it delivers the latest patches developed by our own Adobe support team and our open source community, but it also allows you to view general information about the latest quality apply and revert those patches as well. Customers should use it to troubleshoot quality issues that have been detected. And it also reduces time spent on finding available patches without needing to contact support. And customers should use it to easily keep track of the applied and available patches to help with maintenance and upgrades. So let's go over the main capabilities of the tool. It's a self-service tool, which means that merchants and developers can solve issues and apply patches even faster without needing to contact support. Merchants can get access to patches once it has been delivered by support. And more recently, open source contributors can also distribute patches using the Quality Patches tool once they've been approved. The Quality Patch tool is also compatible with all support Adobe Commerce releases. It also has frequent releases every week, independent from our Adobe Commerce release schedule. So new become available for customers quickly and consistently so you can ensure that your site stays performant and stable. Merchants and developers can also select and apply quality patches needed for their specific Adobe Commerce installation. And the next tool I'm going to be going over is the security scan tool. The security scan tool provides Adobe Commerce and Magento open source customers with real-time insights into the security status of their store by proactively detecting malware and notifying them if their store is compromised. So Adobe has partnered with Sansec, a leading security company specializing in preventing digital skimming, to integrate all their current signatures, which are around 22,000 in the scan tool. And Adobe and Sansec can detect malware, missing security patches, and vulnerable extensions. The security scan tool can also detect Mage Cart from and form skimming, configuration issues, as well as bad practices. So security for e-commerce is very important to us and our customers. So about 550 new threat signatures are added monthly. The scan tool can now also monitor and protect your PWA storefront. We do recommend that you register your site to use the security scan tool, and to do so, please go to account.magento.com/scanner. Okay, and last but not least is the site-wide analysis tool, where you can find the tools that we discussed in this session all in. The site-wide analysis tool is a central repository that provides a single pane of glass to our support tools, including the quality patches tool that we just covered earlier. And it will allow you to get real-time access to all system insights, proactive steps to resolve any site problems, and monitor overall site health. So customers can benefit from the site-wide analysis tool with 24/7 monitoring to identify potential issues and receive greater visibility into the overall health, security, and performance of your site. And not only does this tool detect issues, but it also provides recommendations on how to solve for those issues, which reduces resolution time and can help improve the site's stability and customer experience. Originally, the site-wide analysis tool was only available for our cloud customers, but we are excited to announce that it has expanded its availability to Adobe Commerce, is hosted on-prem as well. So let's go through an overview of the tool's robust capabilities. First, with 24/7 site monitoring, the tool can scan the site for known issues regarding performance, stability, and security. Depending on the issues detected and its priority levels, the site-wide analysis tool also generates a health index score and full visibility into how your site health changes over time. Based on the issues detected and the health of your site, the tool then provides specific recommendations on how to resolve those detected issues. Over 80 recommendations have been validated by our customer engineering and support teams and have been derived from best practices. So the recommendations feature also lists out the specific time each issue was detected, the type of issue it is, like performance or functionality, as well as its priority level. So these recommendations make it much easier for our customers to gain visibility into the site, the health of the site, and solve for specific issues, all while cutting down resolution time. Furthermore, the site-wide analysis tool can also detect exceptions. And these are uncommon errors that require a developer's attention and special troubleshooting. The exceptions include details about when it was last detected and the number of occurrences on your site. And since these exceptions don't have a known common issue, they do not have associated recommendations. However, we do have this capability available to make it easier for our developers to normal conditions on their site to ensure greater visibility into the health of the site and prevent future critical site issues. Next, patches from the Quality Patch tool, which is a tool that we discussed earlier, is also available in the site-wide analysis UI. This tool lists all the currently available and applied patches that are compatible to your Adobe Commerce environment and the current Commerce version. So this feature really makes it a lot easier for our developers to locate the right patches that are needed in order to quickly apply them to fix any site or application issues. And each patch that is listed here includes useful details such as the patch ID, a description for what the patch is for, its specific category, such as admin or shopping cart, as well as its status. And this integration really does enable developers to easily find, choose, and locate available patches and applied patches all in one place. And again, the benefit and what's really important here is that it helps our customers and our merchants reduce resolution time and overall ensure site stability and performance and ultimately deliver better customer experiences. And now to put all those important site details and insights together, you can generate a PDF report with a click of a button. And these reports include the end-to-end findings derived from the site-wide analysis tool. The reports provide merchants with a detailed summary of the site health and application information, including those specific recommendations to make it easier to share and discuss with partners and your team members. The reports are also very useful when you need to refer to a specific issue in the report when contacting the Adobe support team. And lastly, we are excited to announce that enhancements to the site-wide analysis dashboard will be coming very soon. It will include widgets that will make it easier for merchants to access other support tools, including the upgrade compatibility tool, reports from the security scan tool, which we covered in our last section, recommendations, managed alerts, extensions, and useful support resources. So the site-wide analysis tool truly serves as the central repository to access Adobe Commerce support tools. It is that single pane of glass, like I said, highlighting real-time system insights and proactive steps to resolve detected site problems related to everything that you need to know, like performance, security, functionality. With the site-wide analysis tool and the rest of our Adobe support tools, you can create better commerce experiences for your customers with the help of the site-wide analysis tool and all other tools we covered in this session. And this new dashboard will be coming in March, so keep an eye out on it. And with that, we hope the session was helpful and informative. Go check out our support tools to help empower you and your team so that you can deliver high-performing commerce experiences. So thank you so much for joining our session here at Adobe Commerce during Developers Live.
Great. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Thank you so much, Jay, for your updates there. And so we're going to be joined here in just a few minutes. So running a little ahead of schedule on some of the exciting things happening with commerce services in the marketplace. In the meantime, hang tight, and we'll be with you in just a moment.